You only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it's...
Hey guys, right, so now I'm sitting in my car and this is my thinking time. There's a saying, obviously, like there's more than one way to skin a cat, and when thinking about the fitness industry with that, then they mean there are more than one way to get to your specific goals. Okay, fair enough. Just like we all know that there's more than one way to diet out there, and then there's more than one way to like training programs to gain size, or whatever your goals might be. There's always more than one way to reach the end goal that you guys are setting yourselves. Okay, but there's so many people out there that say everybody's different. You know, this might work for you, it might not work for me, or it works for you and it doesn't work for me, whatever it may be. And that is true to a certain extent. Now, everybody's body is different. Everybody's body works different and responds differently to different forms of exercise and different ways of dieting. When it comes to dieting or gaining weight, there are lots of factors that are different, but then there are lots of factors that are the same. Okay, so what I mean by that is there are 2 or 3 main principles that go in, that work for everyone. Now, to gain weight, for example, you have to be eating more than your body burns. Okay, otherwise your body will not grow, because you will be burning more calories than you are taking in. So therefore your body doesn't have any of those extra calories to help turn into more weight. Okay, be it if you're training resistance training and you're gaining muscle, or be it you're just trying to gain weight and you don't really care. You know, if you're an ectomorph and you're really struggling, you just want to gain some weight. Okay, now if you're not eating in a surplus, you will physically not gain weight. Okay, just like if you want to lose weight and you're not eating in a deficit, regardless of what diet you do or what people tell you, if you're not in a deficit, you will not lose weight. Okay, it is a fact of how the human body works. So it doesn't matter if you're cutting carbs or if you're cutting fats or what type of diet or latest fad that you are doing. If you are not cutting the calories and eating within a deficit, you will physically not lose weight. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of diet it is. If I'm cutting calories, or you're cutting calories out of your diet past your maintenance level, which is the amount of food you can eat every single day to stay the same, be it protein, fats or carbs, it doesn't matter. If you are eating underneath your maintenance level, you will lose weight. If you are eating over your maintenance level, you will gain weight. That is just a fact of how the body and how we as humans work. Okay, so that is, there is no ifs, buts or maybes on that. That is the exact fact of how we work as humans. So there is a difference between losing fat and losing body weight. So when it comes to losing just body weight, you can, as long as you're eating in your calorie deficit, then you're going to lose body weight. It doesn't matter what your calories consist of. It can be protein, carbs, fats, anything you want, takeaways, Mars bars, or it could be chicken, rice, you know, and lettuce. If you are eating underneath your calories of your maintenance level, then you will lose weight. When it comes to losing body fat, it's slightly different. Okay, so losing body fat, more comes into it. If you're going to the gym and you want to do a cut, so shred off some body fat and maintain as much muscle mass as possible, then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to keep your protein higher. Now, a lot of people say you need 1 gram per pound of body weight, but personally I like to keep it slightly higher than that. What that's going to do is it's going to keep your body from burning into the muscle more. So any muscle breakdown that you do have through training and being in a calorie deficit, the protein that you're eating is going to help restore that muscle and maintain that muscle, okay? So you're going to keep your protein higher. Then you're going to want to slowly drop your carbs off. Now, the reason to do this is carbs are used as energy, okay? So you eat carbs throughout the day, and imagine it as in you're driving a car. You need to drive 10 miles, and you're going to fill up your tank of petrol. You don't know the exact amount of petrol you need to put in there to reach exactly 10 miles, okay? So you've been putting petrol in it, you've been getting 10 miles, and you've still been having some petrol left over. So that petrol that hasn't been used, if not burnt off and used to help gain muscle in a lean bulk or, you know, a mass gaining phase, you're now cutting. So those extra calories from the carbohydrates, they're not going to be used as energy, they're going to be used stored as fat. So this doesn't mean that eating carbs will get you fat. This just means that if you eat too many carbs and you're not burning them off, then they will be stored as fat because they're not being used as energy, okay? So once you've eaten enough carbs to fuel your workout and fuel your body after your workout into aid recovery, then carbs also are basically like a shuttle for growth, okay? So they spike insulin, and insulin is a growth hormone, be it fat or muscle, okay? But because we're in a deficit, you're not gaining any extra muscle. Even though our protein's higher, that protein is there to help aid recovery and also to stop us from burning more muscle, but not to gain extra muscle, okay? So once we've had enough carbs to fuel our workout and aid recovery, then we don't need any more carbs, because those carbs are now just going to be stored, okay? And they're going to be stored as fat because our body's not using them anymore for energy. So the longer you go into a cut, the more you want to decrease your carbohydrates. And we also want to keep our fats slightly higher. As your carbs come down, you want your fats just to go up just slightly. Fats help with hormone function and to help with your mood and your general body functions throughout the day, okay? So fats are very important. Also, fats are slower digesting, okay? So if you're eating a meal with higher fat in it, what is this guy doing? With higher fats in it, then you are going to be fuller for longer, okay? Now, we're not cows, we don't have 4 stomachs that we can separate certain foods that get digested at different times by different speeds. We're humans, we have 1 stomach, 1 digestive system, okay? So protein and carbohydrates will get digested and broken down at a certain rate, and fats are broken down over a slower, longer period. So by eating higher fatty foods, but good healthy fats of course, then it will actually slow down the digestive process. So especially before you go to bed, something that is going to burn throughout the night. A great form of food is, say, like a protein shake, which has got good protein in it with some peanut butter in it, which will have the fats that will help slow digestion down, or things like eggs if you want some whole food, because whole eggs again are a good source of protein and then a good source of fat, and both those have very minimal carbs. So if you are having the protein shake one, then don't have like things like a mass gainer because they're full of carbohydrates. You will want something like a lean whey, because this will have very minimal carbs in it, because we don't need the carbs before we go to bed, because carbs are used as energy and we don't need energy when we're going to go to bed, okay? The lighter you get, the less food your body needs, so you're going to have to bring your calories down. Not always week by week, sometimes you can go a couple of weeks, but eventually your body will start to regulate to that weight, to that amount of food that you're eating, and you're going to have to decrease your food again. Okay, so that is just a quick car tutorial on the way I like to lose weight or gain weight, and just the number one fundamental rules of, you know, bulking or cutting. You know, lots of people, like I said at the beginning of the video, say that you know, everybody's different, etc, etc, but the truth is, as much as we're all different, we're all very much the same, and there are certain things that have to be the same no matter what your body type or reasonings are. Some things have to be the way they are just because that is the fact of how our bodies as humans are made up. So this is Nick from Begin Fit. I know there wasn't much going on, it was just me driving around, but hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, please comment below and I'll be sure to answer them. See you in the next one.
But you let her go.